And hello, everyone. I'm Dan Lutz, and I'm here with.
Hey.
And we're here on the front lines in the battle against the deep state, the cabal, the Illuminonkeys, and the dog that's barking. No, and all those that wish to, enslave all of humanity for their own selfish reasons. How's it going, Tank?
Pretty great. Well, I'm very excited. Everything got some really amazing news right before the call that I can't share yet, and just know that there's lots of good things on the horizon, and I'm pretty excited to watch some of these pieces fall into place here with actually what appears to be very solid evidence that have now come to the surface. Paperwork against paperwork and memos outright saying that there's a conspiracy going on with Hunter Biden.
Before we rush into this, let me just say, thank you for hosting the show yesterday and putting it up on Speak Project. And there's a lot of people were asking, "Where's the show?" Right? So, my intention was to have a Valentine's Day with my wife in the mall where we had our first date, where we went bowling and saw a movie and went to a buffet, right? An all-you-can-eat buffet, where I saw her put down 7 plates. And I said, "She's so thin. Where is it going?" and she never ever eats a lot unless we go to a buffet.
Gotta get your money's worth, man.
I guess so. But on our trip there, it literally took 8 hours. And by the time we literally got there, now normally I would say it should be about a 4-hour journey to get there. It's literally between where I'm at and like where Manila begins. It's about a little over an hour, maybe 70 minutes, something like that. Straight shot. But once you get to Manila. And we had to go from the bottom of Manila to the top of Manila. It took 5 hours of traffic or more. It was just, by the time we got there, it was already 9 p.m. And we couldn't go to the buffet. We couldn't do anything. We went to Wendy's because it's.
Oh no!
And so that's where we because all the other places were literally, the line was so long to get in line. It was long at Wendy's too. There was maybe about 10 people ahead of us. But in all the other like restaurant type places, it was. I literally they said that they couldn't take us, right? Because they'd be closed by the time the line was down. So we ended up spending the night and then started our Valentine's Day the next morning.
That's good. That's good.
But we did do our show, and I'm pointing it out here on our screen right now, and it's on Frontlines. Our Speak Project is in. You're up to 8,000 subscribers there. Congratulations.
We're getting there.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. So you can see it there. So it was streamed yesterday called Frontlines, Love Will Conquer All, 2/14/20. So that would be our episode, for that day. So we did do it. It just wasn't on Frontlines. I will upload it later. But the other thing that happened when I got home, there was no internet connection. If for some reason the fiber has no signal, and so we can't even complain about it because it's Sunday. So anyway, I'm on a hot spot right now. So, but anyway, thank you for hosting yesterday, and we're going to keep it up until the money hits our account. So, and that's really soon.
That's right, baby.
It's really soon. Apparently.
That's really soon. It's gotta be.
Apparently, okay.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead. I'll switch this back over here. Okay, we're back. side by side. I was just showing the screen we did from yesterday, which was that was a pretty good broadcast yesterday. I thought that was a good.
Me too. Yeah, it's actually an important broadcast to me, anyways. So I'm glad you got on, and I appreciate getting in the middle. I know what it's like. I mean, doing things like that on road trips.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
let me ask you
Jen, I
something.
do have something I forgot. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I just say on the video that you started some intro music. Is that copyrighted music?
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is.
I'll just
But
delete it.
there's a bunch of things out there with that on it. It's actually somebody sent me that song because I was talking about how I live in a state of high hopes,
Uh-huh.
and I had heard the song, but I never listened to it. But it says that it says like I have high hopes, and it says that's the whole song. I just repeat that over and over again. It's like talking about it.
Okay.
It says
All right.
it talks about being one in a million. I'm like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like it too.
Appreciated that song so much.
I just don't want to put it up. The copyright strikes that come in are I try to minimize them as much as possible, right? So.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so what is it we can talk about today? What's from yesterday today? Important day yesterday.
So this is really interesting when you said that somebody there in the Philippines, right, was kind of looking at you like, did you know about the reserves there in the Philippines getting hit, right? So check this out. So here's what happened. Apparently, the cabal, deep state, dragon families, right? They grabbed the chosen ones, right? And they took them there to different places, right? But they went to, I guess, where the reserve is, or the vaults maybe, in the mountains. It's some famous, it's like somewhere infamous, temple there type of place in the Philippines, like some where the structure is, right? And I guess this structure, it has places where you can't stand, right? Or you'll literally just be melted down. Like you'll be killed because of the frequency, right? And apparently they took all their chosen ones there, and they weren't staying in the right places. And some of them, there were some casualties, is what I heard. In their pursuit, and none of their chosen one people were able to go and get access to any of the vaults. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting detail that your guy might have been fishing to find out if you knew about that.
Yeah, and so there are very interesting things going on. From our friend in the Bank of England that has given some heads up on certain things like large money transfers scheduled for the end of the week. From the U.S. to England, and it kind of coincides more with what the cabal's intention was, right? To move certain things. And how did that happen? How why would it happen? I question, who's behind it? Is it because they're gonna do this how with a quantum system? So anyway, I hear so there's lots of little murmurs all over the place coming about what's going on, but to know that there was some attempt to make it to the vaults. Now isn't it that the vaults were already cleared out by Kim, or these ones are not?
Well, it depends. The bunkers, so the bunkers were already cleared out by Kim. These might have been as well. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that they do not have access.
Apparently,
So
they get
they've been
melted.
trying to get access.
They got melted.
Yeah.
By the
and then, they were talking about this too in Wuhan, right? So I don't know if you saw it, but like after we talked yesterday, we were talking about like the guys with guns just going to kill people. They showed the streets of Wuhan. They were walking through with like what looked like a leaf blower, right? And they were blowing out this toxic fumes everywhere. It was terrible. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and one report was saying how, like, from the meeting that it was actually allegedly, like melting people. Like, that sounds like they're spreading fear for them. But things like that. I mean, you can see it kind of something like that happening. I guess they're trying to gas the whole town out. Did you see the pictures of that? As they're walking through the streets, they're just firing what clearly looks like a toxic gas everywhere.
Yeah, I actually did watch that at the hotel. What I was kind of saying yesterday was watching quite a bit of it, and they renamed, the virus that was named after the beer, the Mexican beer. Corona, right? It was renamed to COVID-19. COVID-19. I think it was because the virus named after a beer wasn't so scary.
Right.
And they needed more fear. So now it's COVID-19.
Yeah, I'm having a little hard time hearing you, man.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I was kind of blocking because the wind started kicking up. I went and closed the doors, and so I forgot I had covered the mic. They renamed that virus because Corona is a beer in Mexico, and everyone probably likes that beer. So naming a virus after it is it's not so scary. So they renamed it to COVID-19. That's COVID 19. So it sounds more scary.
Okay.
Right.
Doing business with the same people, though, right?
Yeah, exactly the same thing. But now the 19 comes, I guess, from the date in which they found that they realized that they need to lock down Wuhan. I think that was the date. But I was watching a bunch of the interviews with health workers there. Now they talk about making massive hospitals and things like that. I think they're actually crematoriums. All right, so that they're basically just going to, if you're sick and you can't be cured, they're just going to kill you and cremate you. Right, they're going to make a
wow.
judgment if you're not.
That's crazy to think about. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not curable, meaning that you're too far gone, you just go to the ovens. Did you fall asleep, Tank? Tank fell asleep. Can you believe it?
What's that?
Nothing. I'm just talking to someone.
I'm here.
You were snoring, man.
I'm in and out, man. I've had a long week, and I can't focus right now. I'm just kind of zoning. I apologize.
It's okay. It's like when you snore on. This is a blooper reel classic. I'll tell you. Tank like the big snore.
Man, the big snore. It's terrible. I have been falling asleep on people on phone on meetings. I feel like I have meetings from morning till night. Back up. I'm sorry, man.
It's all right.
I just tried to relax actually.
Well, the last 2 days I've got a lot of sleep. When I hit the hotel there, there was no remote for the TV, so I was going to try and catch up on news, and so I just fell asleep. And then last night coming back in and no internet, I couldn't catch up on things, which is what I wanted to do. No internet. So I went to sleep. I slept 9 hours. So.
Oh my gosh, man! I can't remember the last time I went from 9 hours. I mean, in 2 days.
Yeah. Well, it was 7 hours.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Good.
I got 7 hours the night before and 9 hours this last night.
Wow, that's magic. That is magic.
But it's okay.
You know what?
It's okay. Your excuse.
I listen to my body, so I'm going to go get some sleep now. I'm sorry for that. But hey, yes. I expect to have the most incredible next 7 days that anybody's ever had in history. So let's hold on to that, and we'll pick it up tomorrow night. And I'll make sure you get some good sleep tonight, so I'm more fresh.
That's okay.
And,
No
we'll
problem.
talk then, right?
You go ahead, rest. I'll go and catch up on QAnon with everybody while you're getting your
All
beauty
right.
rest.
All right, Dave. Cool. Thanks, man.
Right.
Night, everybody.
Good night. All right, everybody. We're gonna just continue on here. As we've got some time. We're only into this 18 minutes, so we're still good to go. So why don't I go ahead and I'll get the QAnon screen up and running here. There we go. So let's do a refresh here. See where we left off. Okay, February 15th is, so yeah, I didn't cover that, so let's go back a little bit. Let's see. Blank drop, let's go back. Where do we go? That's still a 15th. There's a lot coming in. The Great Awakening, okay. I remember we were going through this the other day. Right. And I think we actually didn't finish it, but I think it's all right. We'll pick up from there because this is a repost from a previous time. But well, maybe it's okay. We'll just go through this quickly. So this is what the Great Awakening is all about. February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. So you redrop, right? So what happens when 90% of the media is controlled and owned by 6 corporations? Right? What happens when the same corporations are operating controlled by a political ideology? Right? Communism. What happens when when the news is no longer free from bias? Mainstream media is obviously so biased. What happens when the news is no longer reliable and independent? Well, we become enslaved. It's like the same we become controlled. Let's put it that way. Give the same talking points out at 4 a.m. All the news repeats it. Any channel you turn to, they all say exactly the same words. You're programmed. What happens when the news is no longer trustworthy? Well, you don't trust it. You look for other sources. Naturally, they want to control that. They want to stomp it out. They want to stomp out where we're talking through YouTube or Facebook or any other social media. Look at the words that we can't use. The word bomb. If you say this word, you'll be offline. In what way is that good? None. It's just to control the situation. What happens when the news simply becomes an extension arm of a political party? Facts become fiction. Fictions become fact. When does the news become propaganda? Identity creation. How does the average person who is under constant financial stress by design find time to research and discern fact from fiction? Well, you can't, right? You rely on other people that are doing it for you, and that's why we're out here becoming, the alternative to the mainstream media. And are we, particularly on the front lines, are we not discussing something that is so far out there from what we've been? Oh, hello. We have someone that's joined in.
Hello.
It sounds like Michelle.
Hello, Mr. Dan. How are you?
I'm doing good, Michelle.
You know my voice.
Yes, I know your voice. And wow, such a beautiful picture you have up there. My goodness.
Well, there's that was before worked 19, 20-hour days, and I got a phone call that said someone is sleepy, and so they said, "Could you please go do the front line for me?" And so I said, "Heck yeah, I'm always awake." My best time is at 2 in the morning, so I carry on. I don't know exactly what we're talking about tonight, but he's really tired, Dan. You know how he is. He's
well, no, he was.
Hard,
well,
and
Michelle,
an amazing town hall.
Michelle, he was on. We were talking. We ran for 18 minutes, and then he started snoring on the line.
Well, listen, Dan, I have to bring some humor in this. He did that to me a few weeks ago. He was so tired, and he actually slept on me for an hour. I kept the speaker on just I wanted to see how long he would sleep, and he snored for an hour before he woke up. So we only had him a few minutes. So bless his heart, he's
No, no,
extremely tired.
I didn't let him get.
He said that he came on. He said, I came on the front line because I was talking to him right before. We just did an amazing town hall with Waffle America, and like a 2-hour call with them. And he said, I'm going to go do the front line. And then he called me, like, I guess, like you said, like 20 something minutes later. And I said, is Dan not on front line? Is he not back? Do you need me to come co-host or something? And he goes, no, I need you to go co-host. He said, I fell asleep on Dan. And he said, are you available to go help David? I said, I absolutely am available to go help him out. So here I am.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for showing up. Always a pleasure. Whether you have curlers in your hair right now and we can't see you for real, but that's okay.
I don't. I just did it. I really just did another town hall. So no, not at all.
Okay.
I have taken the earrings out and everything, but I'm not going to fall asleep on you. I promise you. I did just a town hall. See?
Oh, okay.
A town hall meeting. There you go. It doesn't look like the picture. But yeah, I just did a town hall meeting with Waffle America, and we just finished it. We had an amazing 2-hour town hall.
Why don't you catch us up? What's going on with what were you covering on your town hall?
We did a true Q&A where people were asking us questions about where we're at and what was going on, with our state directors. We are adding people every day. Dan, it's been an amazing experience. And then we discussed about these judges who are just in black coats and they don't have jurisdiction over you. And it's American jurisprudence, 16 Section 177. We got this bill in Illinois that is pretty important that we've got to deal with. And but I see these bills, and I don't think it's a mistake of what is happening. You see them in New York, you see them in New Jersey, you see all these bills been written that violate your rights. And I do not think that's an accident, and I know it's not an accident.
No, it's an onslaught.
You have to understand that it doesn't matter what they write. I mean, I really don't give a damn what they write at this point. And they are not in the authority to write bills on medical. Our Constitution does not give them the authority to do that. And so,
well, I think I think all of these things that they're slipping through or they're trying to push through was all planned. I really think that it was all going to roll out under Hillary, and they're just continuing with their plan. And saying, oh, we're gonna get rid of Trump, and we'll just pick up where we left off. But this is why these particular violations, where they're literally just stripping away everything. They always were going after the Second Amendment, right? And look what they were going to do, but it was stopped, right? But they keep continuing with it. They wanna just wipe off all of our rights. But now they have opposition. Before, it would have just sailed right through. And now we've stopped it. And we continue. And I applaud you for everything that you're doing, with you and Tank, on Lawful America. It's wonderful. I'm so happy that you're there on the front lines doing that.
I said that we're on the front lines. And we have to do this. The time is now. And these people that are violating their oath and they're committing treason, these bills are not lawful, and it is time for the people to stand up. And so we've just got to stand up and be on the front line. I absolutely have no problem on the front line. These are treason bastards. Right where I look at it, they're judges in black robes. I've snapped my finger at a judge before. When he tried to arrest my client in Arkansas, and I snapped my finger, and I said, no, don't you dare. And he backed off. It's the power within. Know your authority, know your power that you have inside you. And they have gotten by with this by fear. They've gotten by with this because they feel like these people had the authority. Or, we were in a meeting yesterday, and my vice president.
we're all assuming that we're in that court that they are being lawful, right? When they're not, right? And so that's why we give them authority over us.
They're being lawful, so that if it violates the Constitution, the bill they wrote, they would immediately go to prison. If they really believe that what they're doing is lawful and they're sticking to their oath and what they're writing is very